Hello everyone, it's me, Adam's Weather, and I've just started streaming, or I hope I've just started streaming, should I say. Seem to be dropping a few frames, but yes, let's have a look, see if I'm live. And by the way, I'm talking about why it annoys me when people don't reply to my messages. Right, now that I can see the audio, I'm just going to take it down a notch. And hello, we've got the first person, and we've got, hi Adam, it's me, Ben. Hi. I think it's me, Ben. What's the quality like, Ben? Is it alright, or are you still having interruptions? If you can hear me, I hope you can hear me. And yeah, please just let me know in the live chat. I'm very glad that you've joined, because it'll be useful for you to comment on the quality. It'll also be useful for you to hear. And yes, I had someone mention before that it gets very annoying when people don't reply to messages, and they wanted to see whether I get annoyed as well. Oh, it's fantastic. Thank you, Ben. Well, I've worked hard. I've only lowered the settings one bit, so I'm pretty impressed that it's good. It should be a bit better than before. Just let me know if it fails. I've got my internet I've got the internet turned on, but what I have got off is my Chrome. So Chrome's off so that it doesn't use up as much CPU on the computer. So I think it was mainly the CPU. Probably do with a better computer to stream better quality. But I am gradually going to work on improvements if I can. And yeah, I do plan to update you on this. Also, I'm going to mention before we get on with the video, I'd like to remind you all to subscribe to my channel. Please like and share with your family and friends to help us get more watchers. You inspire lots of people. Keep up the great quality and content. Oh, thank you, Ben. I really appreciate that. Do I inspire you? Because I hope I'd like it if it'd be good if you created a YouTube channel as well, because then you could perhaps make content with me, because you live quite close to me. You're a good friend down at BCB, and I've subscribed. Yeah, thank you, Ben. And I've noticed we've received quite a few subscribers today. I think the main reason is that people refuse to read them is because I agree, Hamad. I think that's the reason. Now, I try to read messages. I usually read them, or sometimes I have been a bit guilty of this, but that's because you've been sending me quite a lot. But generally, I try to read everyone's messages, even if they're late. But obviously, I can't reply to yours because I think you don't know what you've done, muted me or blocked me. But anyway, I don't want to go too much into detail with that. But the reason why is because you were focusing too much on the articles. But yeah, if I do get time, Hamid, I do try to read your messages. And I just subbed today. Oh, hello Spencer. I'm glad you enjoy my content. I do plan on making more content related to autism, and I also plan on changing my social media names as well to Autistic Adam. And so far, the polls are looking pretty promising on that. Although there are some people down at on Twitter and at BCB that don't particularly want me to do that. Probably because I've got my name out there, but it'll have long-term benefits. And yes, I'm inspired. Oh, thank you, Ben. Yeah. Well, I do give up a few times, but I try not to. Usually because I'm busy, like I was telling Hamid, although I've got a bit of time. But like I say, articles aren't really my big thing. I want to be more in there with the videos and the audio content. That's why I do radio, not to write up articles. But yeah, I want to do YouTube because that's kind of like videos, and I like your posters. Right, so we have a Minecraft one. I don't know if you could see. I think it's slightly out of focus because I've put my face in focus. Because I used to be really into Minecraft when I was younger. I've also got one of a mini because my sister was interested in minis. And yes, I've got some certificates on the wall. I have travel training one. I've got a writing one from Shipley College. Hope you can hear me. And I've got a Temple Storm one from Moshua. I very appreciate that. Moshua gave me a set list. And I've also got an allotment one because I used to have an allotment, although I kind of gave up on that. It wasn't really my thing. I used to be into gardening, but I'm not into it as much anymore. But yeah, I used to do a lot of gardening of different things. And hi Ella, how are you? Never stop trying. You are a different. Oh, thank you, Ben. You're nice as well. You're nice, and you're a special person as well. You make radio. You're even on the. You used to go on the live program with Dom and Lorna, and I suggest keeping going with that because it's the main program of the day is the Drive show. I'm good, thank you, Ella. What about you? Are you good? And is that Minnie Mouse? Minnie Mouse, where's Minnie Mouse? No, I ain't got Minnie Mouse anywhere. No, Hamid, it's not. I've got Minecraft though. I don't know if that's what you've been mistaken. Just a quick question. How long are you going to live for? Blimey, I don't know, as long as I live I guess, is the honest answer. I'm not going to put a date to that because I don't know when I'm going to die. Like most people don't know when they're going to die, do they? But yeah, hopefully live as long as I can, basically. As most people. Come live on YouTube. Come SOS. What do you mean by that one, Ben? Yeah, okay. Oh, you're saying, oh, come on, get people on, like emergency to get people on my YouTube channel. If that's the case, thank you, Ben. Also, yes, so most people generally do reply to messages. There are some instances where people occasionally don't. I guess sometimes people are a bit busy, but yeah, they can be forgotten about and it does annoy the other person, especially if you're on the autistic spectrum, as probably me and Hamid will probably know about. So yeah, affected. How long are you? As long as it takes me to get through the video, I think probably not later than about 8 o'clock. But yeah, I'll probably be on it for about a good half an hour, hopefully, because we've got a few people watching. Come, I do. Thank you, Ben. Yes, so yeah, if you're on the autistic spectrum like me, it probably really irritates you when people look at your messages and then just forget about them. I know it annoys me and Hamid, because I remember when Hamid was writing the article, I was very guilty of this. I didn't always have the chance to read his article, so I quite often I saw his messages and sometimes I didn't even open them, but then I tried to open them later on and reply to them because I'm nice that way. I tried to reply to them, but obviously articles weren't really my thing, so I apologise if I upset you, Hamid, but articles aren't really my thing, but I'm sure we can probably try and get someone else to write those articles up with you. Maybe someone else might BCB help you. Have you got any friends at college, Hamid? I take things the wrong way very often as well, I think. Yeah, it is. People often do take things the wrong way, especially if they're on the autistic spectrum, because they don't often understand communication, they don't often understand a lot of things, and yeah, it can be a bit awkward sometimes. So some people may take things the wrong way, but my suggestion is to just get on with things. I know it may be hard sometimes, but the only thing you can really do is try, isn't it? But yeah, it probably is our spectrum related. and I'm pleased that the live stream seems to be working brilliantly tonight. Come, I have to go. Oh, it's okay, Ben. I hope you enjoyed it. If you fancy collabing with me sometime, please get in touch with me. You've got my phone number, you've got my social media, you can get in touch. But if you'd fancy collabing and coming round to my house with me, I'd be really pleased to. I'd be really pleased for you to do this, because it'd be nice to have someone else on my live stream, and I know you as well, don't I, Ben? Yeah. Oh, thank you, Ben. Yeah, well, I'll speak to you down at BCB, and yeah, we can arrange a date and time possibly sometime. But yeah, bye for now. But yeah, Ben's a lovely lad, BCB. Also, what was I going to say now? Yeah, it is autism spectrum related. Bye. But obviously people, there's always stuff that people take the wrong way, but people who are on the autism spectrum often struggle to sense people's emotions, they often struggle to sense people's text and the communication, so that's one of the ways that autism affects people. What was I going to say now? Yeah, so it often affects people in that way, and if people don't reply to messages, it can often seem as like they're uninterested, which is probably the reason why they wouldn't reply to a message anyway. But it can also indicate that they're busy, they might be doing something else, they might just forget. Sometimes people open messages because they want to see what it is, but then they forget about it later on. But generally, if they open a message and then never reply, they're probably not going to be interested, because otherwise they would reply. And in general terms, people often forget. Like sometimes I forget about emails and stuff. I open them, I don't even look at them all the time if I'm busy. So I get busy with college work, I get busy, well, I end up doing stuff that like YouTube and yeah. But yeah, it does annoy me when people don't reply to messages, and I'm going to try and make sure I reply to messages. I generally try to reply to as many messages as possible. So I reply to all the comments, that's why I read my live chat. I've got it on my phone at the moment. Hi Starship, good to see you getting replies now. Good luck. Oh, thank you Starship, I really appreciate that. And yeah, I'm getting replies on the, I'm getting live comments on the YouTube live stream, and if you want to add one, please feel free. And I found something out today. I realised on mobile devices such as phones, they don't always have the live chat available, so sometimes you have to go into the actual YouTube app to be able to get the live stream, just in case any of the viewers were unsure how you could get it or how you could see it. But that's basically what I'm looking at all the time. So yeah, because obviously I don't want to be using my Chrome, because otherwise it uses more CPU on my computer and blinding me enough. It's going to do damage to my computer if it carries on this way, because it's 100%. I need to find out what's wrong with that CPU, possibly get a faster computer. It's quite urgent really, but I'll look into that over the summer, because yeah, I need to do that. Yeah, it is good to see me getting replies now, and yeah, but sometimes it can be annoying because people who are autistic, especially because they don't have many friends, they often want to talk to people. So if they're chatting to people, they often want to see the messages, but they don't always get those messages because people don't always reply, so they might keep constantly checking back to see if they get a reply from those messages. Like at the moment I can't reply because I'm on live stream, fair enough, but I've left my messages, there's some at the top of my phone, but I'll leave those until afterwards. But I won't actually go into them or swipe them across, because that way I'll forget about them. But yeah, I will reply to them. But yes, it wastes a lot of autistic people's time just looking to see if they reply into the messages. So that's actually consuming more of their time, which gets more annoying. And it annoys them because, look, they always think they're getting discriminated because they struggle to have friends. It's very, very difficult to make them. and especially when you struggle to communicate in real life, they often want messages via devices, so such as on social media or via text or email, because it's much easier for them to communicate that way. So I think they're the main reasons why people, because it does annoy me, especially when people are ignoring, because it does come across as rude. It comes across as rude to me, and it also comes across as rude to other people on the autistic spectrum. So always appreciate me if people reply to messages, and I hope you all do. I know Ben, who was on here earlier, is very good at replying to messages. Starship, you are as well, are you? Ella, you're pretty good. But yeah, there are some that just annoy me. Right, I won't mention their names, but yeah, most of them are, most people, it's a bit 50-50 really. 75% probably reply to them the majority of the time. 25% just ignore them, and sometimes they might ignore the odd message or whatever, but usually reply to them. But some people start ignoring all messages, which gets a bit annoying. Hi Stephen. Hello Aaron. Nice hearing that we've got some more viewers joining us. If you'd like to mention anything. I don't know if you've noticed, I think it was you, Aaron, that requested this topic before, about whether it makes people angry if they don't reply to messages, so I thought I'd do a whole video on it, and I've probably nearly done most of the video, to be honest. I said I was going to be staying on for a good half an hour, but I probably don't really need to, because I've basically mentioned why it annoys me when people don't reply to messages. If there's anything else related to this topic, and the reasons why it annoys me, or if you want to question any of the things that I've just said, please feel free into the comment into the live chat, or if you've missed your chance, obviously, get in touch via the comments, and I will be replying to messages on there. I wonder if we can break a record for one of the most comments. Oh god, I've realised I am so forgetful with my autism. I don't know what it is, whether it's just because I get one thing on my mind, so I get obsessions quite regularly, which then makes me forget about other things. I always forget to share my story before I go live, but I can share it afterwards, it's not an issue. But yeah, I like to share it before, and I just remembered it gets annoying when I forget things. I've got one thing that I must not forget to do tomorrow, which is ring up place at Radio Royal for my induction. When I write someone and they don't reply, it's infuriating. I don't know what that means. I can't pronounce things. I'm not very good at English. I've come close to meltdown. Oh, that's awful, Spencer. And I agree, especially if you write to someone and you don't get a reply. You've paid money through postage, and then the effort. It's just awful, isn't it? People are so ignorant, especially when they've put a lot of effort into it and then they don't reply. I can see why that'd annoy you, Spencer, because that'd annoy me too. But anyway, I usually send maddening. I can see why it's maddening. That is really rude. But anyway, luckily, what's good is that most stuff's online nowadays, so I can send people messages without actually wasting my money, which is good. And it's ignorant. Yep, I agree, Stephen. The majority of people, a lot of people quite often do that on social media nowadays, and via text and stuff. People just don't seem to think, wait a minute, there's a person at the other end of this. It's not just about them. Obviously, they're going to be waiting for a reply. They're going to be wondering what's happening. So yeah, it's always a good idea to reply, but people don't seem to think like that they've got another person there's a lot of selfish people in this world, and yeah, people can sometimes be inconsiderate to others. So that, yeah, it's annoying because it keeps them waiting, even if it's a conversation to whether they're interested or not. They could even just say it, and they could mention, admit it or whatever, or yeah, do whatever. But the worst thing is just not replying. It is really, really rude, and it really annoys me, probably because I'm autistic as well, so it kind of annoys me more than what it would annoy the general person. But saying that, I like everything to be done correctly and go correctly, which is why I want to get my name correct on social media. So if anyone's got any suggestions for names, I don't really do whether, because it's not my main, well, it is my main interest, but I seem to be doing better at raising awareness about autism. Something I like to speak about, whether I can make forecasts, big time consuming, I can't do those all the time. So I think autism and chatting about a topic and how it affects me and how it may affect others works better. So I was thinking something like Autistic Adam, because I'm kind of like talking about myself, but I'm also autistic and I'm chatting about autism. Or I could even go with something like Adam's Autism. How about that? I don't know. Because we've got Adam's weather, we could have Adam's autism. Please let me know, suggest what you want me to do, because you can even let me know on live chat now if you like, because I'm interested into what I should call my name on YouTube. Adam's Autism or Autistic Adam. Well, I said Autistic Adam, but I can never make my mind up, and I want to get this name correct. I've done it a few times, I'm always getting wrong names. So yeah, I want to get the name correct. But yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did enjoy it, be sure to share it with your friends and family and friends, because it will be archiving on YouTube after it's finished. And yeah, I do want to get some views. I was hoping it could get over 5,000. I'm being very optimistic there, because one of my older videos managed to get over 5,000. Although, funnily enough, lots of people on my Instagram story, which I am going to post later, said that they thought it could get over 5,000, this video. But anyway, it hasn't got anywhere near there. Probably overall, because there's been a few leavers and joiners, it's probably got about 7 or 8 maybe, if we're lucky. And then hopefully it'll get a few after it's been uploaded, because obviously not everyone's always available at the time. So some people come and watch it afterwards, which is fair enough, because people are always available, and I understand that. So yes, they can watch it on my YouTube channel afterwards, which is why it goes on there, and it often builds up with a few views overnight afterwards. People that are in different countries, let's say, because the sleeping times are different. But anyway, I don't know what I should make the next video on. If you've got any suggestions, chat to me now, or put them in the comment section below. Should I make a video about what I should change my name? I've done a few polls. Or shall I just go with Autistic Adam? Or Adam's Autism? I don't know which sounds better. Autistic Adam. I think Adam's Autism sounds better now I'm thinking about it. Adam's Autism. Yeah, Adam's Autism sounds better. I'm going to go with Adam's Autism. But anyway, that's if that wins anyway. I know I'm changing it, but it just sounds better. Why did I say Autistic Adam? That was stupid of me. Adam's Autism sounds a lot better. I don't know what you all think about that. But yeah, I was a bit silly of me. Yeah, so what did you say? Adam's Autistic Journey. Now, that's an interesting one, Stephen. It's a little bit longer. I don't particularly like longer names because it makes it easier for people to forget, and it's easier for people to type. It's harder for people to type in when they're following, which is what puts me off on that name. I don't know what you think. Shorter's probably better, to be honest, in my opinion. Simple and short. That's why I'm going for something like Adam's Autism, because I think that'll be easier to remember than Autistic Adam. I want a very... It's a nice name, is Adam's Autistic Journey, and I'm not against it. But the thing is, I just don't think that name is quick and simple. I think it needs to be something simple. Not one word, because there's loads of that. It's all taken, if you get what I mean. So I think Adam's Autism's probably better. But yeah, Adam's Autistic Journey is an option. It's a bit of a long name. But apart from that, it's a good name, and I do like it. Thank you for the suggestion, Stephen. Although probably will, because of the length, it's kind of putting me off a little bit. And yes, it's my channel. I do let the audience get involved and suggest things. But like I said, if someone told me to do something stupid, I wouldn't just go by it. But yeah, if you suggest any other names, yeah, be sure to contact me or let me know. I hope you follow me on my social media as well. At the moment, all my social media is AdamsWeather1, at AdamsWeather1. However, I do plan on changing it probably to Adam's Autism. I will be mentioning that. Yeah, not Autistic Adam. Autistic Adam's an option, but that's, yeah, I'm labelling myself as well, which my parents don't like me to do. So Adam's Autism might work a little bit better for both beneficial reasons. So yeah, be sure to give this video a big thumbs up. If you've enjoyed it, be sure to share as well, and also subscribe to my channel and turn your notifications button on. And if you've watched afterwards but still want to get in touch with me, I'd be pleased to hear from you in the comment section below. And it's a very big goodbye. Let's see how quickly I can turn the stream off. I think I can turn it off pretty quickly tonight because I'm not in Google Chrome, so it's a big shutdown from me.